Hey guys, how's it going? Today I just have a very quick update for you guys about the future of this channel. This is important, especially if you're a Patreon or Twitch subscriber, so please stick around. Unfortunately, I'm going to be going back to creating YouTube videos and streaming purely as a hobby, as opposed to a full-time career. Working solely as a full-time content creator has unfortunately not proven to be financially viable for us. I do plan to continue making videos, do not panic, and streaming, but when I do find a job, this will inevitably mean a reduction to my upload and stream schedules. So my current schedule is as follows. I stream 4 times a week and release 1 video per week. But when I find a job, I expect this to change to streaming twice a week at the weekends, hopefully, and videos will be much less frequent, possibly maybe once a month or so. But we'll just have to see how it goes. Now I know the first thing that you might be thinking is good luck with the whole job thing, seeing as the world has ground to a halt due to the pandemic, but I'm actually not too concerned about that, as fortunately, based on taking a quick look at least, there seems to be plenty of jobs still available in my particular line of work. But the first thing I wanted to say is that I'm really sorry to those who have supported me and who were enjoying the regular content, as I feel like I've kind of let you guys down a little bit. I wanted to say just a massive thank you for all of your generous support. It really has been crazy and overwhelming. Please know that I wouldn't have been able to make it this far and create content for this long without your support. So it has by no means gone to waste. I completely understand that some of you will decide to no longer support me on Patreon or on Twitch, and that completely makes sense because what I originally promised to deliver will be changing. Anyone who does decide to continue supporting me or perhaps wants to stick around and see how things change first, then that's cool too, and I really appreciate it. But yeah, most importantly, thank you to everyone who has been supporting me as I've been doing this as a full-time job, and thank you to everyone who continues to support me as I transition back to doing this as a hobby. So that's the important stuff out the way, but to help explain how I got to this decision, I wanted to break down the revenue I received from various sources. I thought this might be interesting, especially if you are thinking of getting into YouTube yourself or are just wondering what kind of money can be made from ad revenue on YouTube. These figures are very approximate, but will give you kind of a good rough idea as to what my situation has been. So I've been making anywhere between £400 and £600 a month from ad revenue. My channel has been getting a ton of views though, more than you may first expect. For example, this month I have approximately 800,000 views, and last month we actually got this figure to 1 million, which blew my mind. I didn't realise that my back catalogue was getting so much attention still. I'm also getting 3,000 to 4,000 subs a month, which is something I would never have dreamed of long ago, and it's still absolutely a life goal of mine to reach 100k subs, so I hope that we can continue on that path. So very loosely speaking, maybe around 800,000 views is earning me £500, but obviously this is different for everyone and depends on your CPM, essentially how much advertisers pay you per 1,000 views. Of course, on top of all this, I have my very lovely Patreons and Twitch subs, which at this point earn me about another £150 each, again very rounded numbers, and my final source of income has been sponsors. I've had a handful of sponsors that have ranged from approximately £100 to £1,000 for a single video, and I've learned that sponsors are invaluable for content creators. It's just a matter of finding them, and unfortunately I've not been able to make this a reliable part of my income. So yeah, I've got to the point where I was earning about £800 a month, which is awesome, but quite far off where I needed to be. And without going into all of my expenditures, as this will bore the crap out of you, roughly speaking, let's say my outgoings are about £2,000 a month, largely due to my big fat mortgage. This leaves me about £1,200 in the red every month. Less of course when I get a sponsor, and in fact 1 month we broke even, which was amazing, but that's of course not always the case. So because of these figures, I just can't see a clear path to breach that gap in a short amount of time. If I was much closer to breaking even, then I would totally continue to take a hit on my savings as a short-term sacrifice for this dream job. But after assessing the situation, it's just too much of a risk. I feel like my channel could get to where it needed to be, but how long would it take? 1, 2, 5 years? It's difficult to say. I guess it relies also too much on chance. One last thing I wanted to say here was that I did consider the idea of streaming full time, but there were a few reasons I didn't think this would work for me. Firstly, because I built a following around YouTube. My most loyal followers enjoy my video content. Secondly, I love making videos, and just streaming might send me crazy. And thirdly, my most amazing streams achieve about 100 $500, which is of course incredible, but in the short term, if I were to earn say $100 a day, it's still quite a little way off where I need to be, so I'm still not sure this would work out either. Why did it not work out? Was my content not good enough? Should I have varied my content more? Am I too slow at making videos? Have I been terrible at marketing myself? Am I just an annoying and extremely uncharismatic boomer who is painful to watch? Do not answer that last one. I honestly am not sure. It's probably a mixture of some of these things. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as saying I failed. My channel has been growing like mad in terms of viewership and subs. Perhaps I underestimated how much revenue you can get through ads. I have to say it felt a little bit harsh that I've gotten to the point where I'm able to achieve 1 million views a month, but still that would only equate to say £500. Maybe in the old world of YouTube things would have been a little bit easier, who knows? One factor that I think has come into play is the fact that I've been working for about 10 years previous to this. I have built this life, bought a place to live, I've lived well within my means, but suddenly that income changes dramatically, and I guess it's kind of difficult to adjust your lifestyle. We have a pretty simple life. We don't like fancy things, but it's just stuff like insurance, council tax, the mortgage, having an actual child human being in your house, that kind of thing. I think on the other hand, if you're fresh out of college, for example, it's probably much easier to make this work as you have fewer responsibilities and dependents. So this was just meant to be a very quick update video. I'm super proud of the content I have been producing, and it's kind of sad to have to make this step, but I guess it's not the end of the world. People have much harder problems that they're dealing with, and I honestly cannot complain at all. I have absolutely adored my short time as a full-time content creator. Not a single second of it felt like work, and I've honestly loved every moment of it, you know, getting to meet you guys in the streams, seeing your comments, your feedback, your support, your positivity. It's been amazing, but it's not over, don't worry, there's still going to be many more videos to come. The last 3 or 4 months have also had the added benefit of allowing me to spend way more time at home, although I guess everyone's at home at the moment, but at the very least allowed me to be way more flexible in terms of when I was working, and this in turn allowed me to spend more time with my little baby Elle and just be around, you know, and that has honestly been completely priceless. I've received so many wholesome messages from you guys saying how much you enjoy my content, or I look forward to your videos, or that I really want to support you but I don't have much money, here's a couple of dollars. It really is amazing, and I just really hope I can continue to create some content that you can still continue to enjoy. This kind of venture I've found can get a lot of criticism and a lot of concerned comments, normally all from a place of love. I'm fully expecting my fair share of I told you so's and I saw that coming-as. Understandably, quitting a decent job can come across as kind of reckless or irresponsible, but honestly I have zero regrets. I say as long as you can afford it, there should be no shame in trying to do something you love for a living. In fact, I would absolutely encourage it. Life's too short to be wondering what if. Now I know that we're extremely lucky to be in the situation where I could try this, but it's been my thought for a long time now that as long as you're earning enough to survive comfortably, money doesn't really matter after that point. It won't bring you happiness, it's about how you spend your time. Are you doing something that's really satisfying and something that you're really passionate about? And so that's why I had to do this. I have the best family in the world, the best kind of old and falling apart house in the world. Why not try to get the absolute ideal job? Anyway, sorry to get all serious on you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, or at least maybe the footage in the background. Thanks again to my Patreons, Twitch subs, Discord and stream mods, bit donators, nitro boosters, like smashers and eyeball watchers. You guys are the best, and I'll see you in the next video, which should, with any luck, be out very soon.
Yo, is that Toofty the Demo Man? I love Toofty the Demo Man. Dude, I watch your content. Is that Toofty the Demo Man? I love Toofty the Demo Man. I love Toofty. Toofty the Demo Man? I love Toofty. Are you the real Toofty the Demo Man? Fuck, that's good. I hate you.